So today I'm bringing you guys a video on the top 10 best support units on the game. Basically, these support units are units to help you beat the game easier and also make your main DPS units a lot stronger or help them in some way. Now these units are going to be units that grant you buffs, time stop, and all bunch of other sorts of stuff, and we're going to be ranking them from 1 to 10. So basically 1 will be worst and 10 will be the best. But I got my boy here Cursed helping me out with this video. Huge shout out, check out his channel. You already know this guy's a legend.
Yeah.
Alright, with that being said, guys, let's hop into some infinite mode and let's start the list. Alright, so the first unit I'm gonna show you guys is gonna be Taro. Now honestly, this guy right here, I rank him the first because I think he's the worst on this list. So he's taking the first spot as the worst. And honestly, this unit can help you out a lot if you're in, like, you know, a bad situation where you don't have any mythics, you don't have Dio. And you know, this is an epic unit, so getting epic units are not as hard as getting other units. And this guy has a manual time stop, so that manual time stop can actually help you out a lot in games. And if you don't even have good units at all, and you have, like, you know, really bad units, and you have this unit, this guy will definitely save you a bunch of time. So that's why he's on the list, because he's an epic, he has a time stop, and he attacks decently as well. 2.5 seconds with 176 damage. So yeah, that 176 damage is actually pretty good. So yeah, this is his stats, fully maxed out. This is how he looks like. I do have him at level 1 though, because I don't use him. I don't need to use him. So yeah, this is Taro, guys.
We're gonna talk about Sakura. Now I think she's probably like the second worst, but she's still really good, so she deserves to be in this video. She buffs for 10%, which is really good, and I'm sure people still use it for leaderboard runs. Someone has this, someone has an Irwin, someone has a Blackbeard, and that's like probably the maximum buff you can do on all your units. All those units together, just pretty much the maximum capabilities of them, and then of course each of their traits as well, but still. So this guy or this girl does 10% buff, so it's pretty good, not bad at all. And we got Irwin right here as well. Okay, this is just a better version of her. Okay, this is literally just a way better version of her. Plus this guy summons, so he does a lot of damage. Like, this guy could have easily been a mythical.
Alright, so the next unit in the third spot, guys, is going to be my guy Blackbeard. Now Blackbeard, the reason why he's on here is because of the fact that he has a special effect that happens when he attacks. And as you can see on some of these units, like, they have this black smoke on them, and basically what that means is that they're cursed. So whenever a unit is cursed, they take 50% more damage from any unit, from anyone. So that's actually pretty good if you think about it. 50% really more damage is really, really good. It's actually more than getting buffed by Irwin or getting buffed by Sakura. It's a way more than that, because Irwin buffs by 25%, Sakura buffs by 10%, and this guy makes it so you deal 50% more damage to units. But the thing about this unit, the reason why he's low, because of the fact that he won't always hit every single unit. Let me just go ahead and buff him real quick, or upgrade him. So his attack is every 4.9 seconds, and he is all around AoE. But the black smoke on the characters only lasts for like 3 seconds. And as you can see, like, even though he attacked again, the smoke did not come back. There's a cooldown on it. So I mean, it's still pretty good to help you out in certain situations to deal like high amounts of burst damage, but pretty much it's not gonna always be there on the enemies. Now you could place down multiple Blackbeards, but I think that the cooldown still happens. Like, you can't have multiple ones down at the same spot for it to actually curse non-stop. But I mean, we could test it right now. As you guys can see, these ones got cursed. And then let's see if the curse goes away from this guy and then it reactivates. Oh, he just died. We could check out this one though. This pink guy. Let's see if it goes away. Okay, so as you can see, it went away, but you know, it's still not back on him. And then now is it back on him? Okay, now it's back on him. So yeah, so it doesn't matter how much Blackbeards you got. Basically, for 1 or 2 seconds, they won't have the curse on them. It's not non-stop. But Blackbeard is a pretty good DPS as well, guys. Like, right now I have him at level 60. He does 920 damage every 4.9 seconds, but if you add that 50% damage that he deals extra for cursing enemies, then he does around like what, 1,300 damage, 1,400, something around that.
Well, I already have my Speedwagon placed down, bro. Come visit, fam.
All right,
They're
so
chilling right here, bro.
this is the new
You know?
unit that we're showing you guys. This is Speedwagon. So this
Yes,
character
sir.
right here, you could place 3 of them down. He already has them placed down for money, so we're just not gonna replace them again. But yeah, how much money does this guy give fully maxed out?
2.5k, and to fully max out, I think it's around like 9,000 maybe, or like 8,000.
Okay.
Around there. It's not too expensive, but like you have to place 3 of it down, so yeah, it low-key is more useful than Bulma a lot of times. So
because you can sell it for money,
yeah,
right? You can sell it for money.
especially that, and it's not as expensive. It's not as I don't know if it's as expensive. Maybe it is.
But pretty much, guys, this character is good for story mode. Bulma is good for story mode too, but this character is even better because you can sell him for that extra money. So yeah, this character is pretty good. Make sure you get this guy. Next unit we're gonna talk about is Bulma. Now Bulma is basically just the better Speedwagon, and Bulma, what can I say, is that she's just the infinite version of Speedwagon. She's way better for infinite mode and a bunch of other modes. She could be better. Like I said, Speedwagon is good because you could sell him, but yeah, she gives 10,000 when she's fully maxed out. She gives a really good amount, and yeah, that's Bulma, guys.
Let's talk about this guy now. The best time stopping unit in the game. Okay, I think this unit comes after. Because all these other units are just super useful that I'm about to talk about. So yeah, this guy time stops. He's really good, and it's not manual, so that's why everyone uses this guy, and you don't have to worry about pressing it ever. So yeah, plus he has good damage. His seconds is a little bit, you know, it's not crazy, but like, you know, it's good. It's still good, and his splatter is really huge as well. So
another thing that a lot of people like to do with this character is actually get him to like the 3rd upgrade, because then he's like super fast and he deals like a decent amount of damage.
Yep.
So he's also a really good character for story mode, guys, because like you could place him down really quickly, upgrade him to like 3rd upgrade, and you're dealing decent amount of damage. Where is it? Did you place it down somewhere?
Yeah, here. Look at
yeah,
this.
so look at that, guys. 900 damage every 3.3 seconds.
It's really good.
It's amazing, guys. Amazing DPS.
So this is the next unit, of course. We did show him when I was showing Sakura, you know, just to pretty much show that this is a better version of Sakura. This guy is Sakura, but like 4 times better, and he can also summon like horsemen that do a lot of damage. Like, this unit is so good at taking out bosses. It's good at taking out units that run past. Like, it's really good in every aspect.
And it deals good damage.
So, look at that, 25% buff. Like, he's cracked. He's really good.
Yep. So if you guys remember, Jotaro did like 176 damage. Now he's doing 221 because of Irwin. And of course, Irwin is also summoning in horses with 4k HP. Let's see. This one has what? 5,000 HP, guys. This one right here. So yeah, like, Irwin is pretty much one of the best DPS and support units out there that you can get. Highly recommend getting this character. It's a must.
Alright, so this is my last unit right here. Alright, I don't think I have to say a lot about this unit. His splatter is good. His range is pretty decent. His seconds is good. His damage is good. And the most important thing about him is that he knocks back, and without no manual ability. This ain't no Whitebeard buns activities where you have to press the manual ability for that to knock back. Yo, this guy knocks back every time. Well, not every time, but most of the time. Okay, so he's really good, and I'm pretty sure this guy is like still leaderboard as well. So
yeah, he is definitely 100% still leaderboard because of his knockback. And I mean, look at his damage that he deals, guys. He's dealing 9,015 damage with 21 range and 7.8 SPA. This guy also has a gigantic AoE splash. Like, his AoE splash is probably bigger than the size of this island right here, guys. It's actually way bigger. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Like, it's way bigger. So let's see the buffed All Might. He also goes up to 12,171 damage, guys. So the DPS of this character is amazing, and he also has a move which pushes enemies back. So really good support unit and DPS unit as well. This is a must-have, guys. most of the units that we're going to be showing you guys from now on are basically all going to be must-haves. So the next unit I'm going to show you guys is going to be Shanks. Now this guy right here is on the list because of the fact that he has a manual ability and he's also really good with DPS. So let me show you guys. So I fully upgraded him. He's an all-round AoE, as you can see. 22 range, attacks every 4.2 seconds, guys. He's super fast, and he also deals a good amount of damage. But the good thing about this character, guys, is the fact that he can literally stack time stop, guys. He can stack the pushback effect. He can also stack, bro, anything. He can stack anything, guys. Literally, he can stack his effect with any other effect in the game. So if, for example, if someone gets time stopped and they come out of the time stop, you could use this guy's manual ability to stun that unit once again. So let me go ahead and stun these unit with the hockey. And as you can see, now they're unconscious and they're not moving. And you could place down 3 of these units, and you could also delete him and place him down again so that you could get the manual ability back and then just stun the enemies once again. And there you go. So the cooldown on this is basically like 3 to 4 seconds before you could stun enemies again. So just make sure you guys keep that in mind when you do this. But this character right here, Shanks, he's meta, and I don't know how long he's gonna be meta, but he's probably staying in meta for a good amount of time because right now he's level 70, guys. And I mean, next update the cap is going up to level 80. So at level 80 he's just gonna get even crazier, and this unit I don't think will ever drop out of the meta because of the fact that he could stun anything and stack with anything, guys. Alright, and finally, guys, the best unit I think that's in this game for support is gonna be my guy Katakuri. Now the reason why he's on the list is because of the fact that this guy slows enemies down as soon as you place him down. So you don't even have to max this character out to actually have his slowness effect started. So what I usually like to do, guys, is not even max him out. You see that he has a giant lane AoE. You just place him down at a flat area and just put him on last, and there you go. Now he's doing his slowness, and he just keeps doing his slowness all the time, and it's just perfect. You can also upgrade him 2 times as well to keep this lane AoE to do the slowness, or you could fully max him out as well. Let me just max one out like right over here. So fully maxed out, there you go. So yeah, he does 5k damage, guys, 6.1 SPA and 29 range. Also a pretty good amount of size for the AoE splash. And this character is on the #1 spot because of the fact, well, the 10th spot, because this guy is pretty much the best support unit because he slows down. There's not much to really explain about this, guys, because it's common sense. As soon as a unit gets slowed down, all your other units have more chances to attack that unit, therefore dealing more damage. So this character is literally the most must-have character on the game, guys. Now, of course, yes, you can beat stuff without this character, but this character just makes your whole life easier on enemy adventures. Alright, guys, so we pretty much lined up the units on like from worst to best. So this is the worst side and this is the best side. Now also 2 units are missing from here, which is Speedwagon and Bulma, but they're money units, so they're not really needed in this lineup right here. But this is basically how the lineup is, guys. This is what we think how it is, and these are the best support units on the game, guys. So let me know what you think about this list. Also tell me how you would arrange this. Would you arrange it differently? Do you think that All Might is the best? Do you think that Dio is the best? Let us know in the comment section below. And be sure to subscribe to my guy Cursed for helping out with this video because he's a real one. Thanks so much for watching this video, guys, and see you guys on the next video. Bye.